Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, pushing this word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And I say Shalom to you, Akim out there. Shabbat Shalom on this Friday, August the 19th, 2022, 5:02 p.m. in the afternoon. And this is a news article for In the News for today on August the 9th, 2022. And this is from the Wall Street Journal. And as you see, this is an update as far as the finance of the stock markets, the U.S. stock markets concerned, as it's crashed once again. The Dow Jones, S&P 500, NASDAQ, they all fall today just like it did yesterday. And as far as the S&P 500, I believe it was on a four-day winning streak. Now, the streak have ended today, just like the Dow Jones had like a 4 or 5, close to a week winning streak of the Dow Jones was having good gains. Now it's just like similar to the S&P 500. It was on a four-day winning streak. Now it snapped it and it had ended, But I'm gonna read the news article, and the highlight of this news article, and it reads from the Wall Street Journal, and it says the U.S. stocks fall with focus on the Federal Reserve, because this is like, a couple of days after the Federal Reserve, they had a little meeting, I believe. It was on Wednesday or Tuesday, I believe, because I guess they was trying to do some sit-down discussions. They had a little meeting on Tuesday or Wednesday to try to continue to ease the inflation, because after President Joe Biden signed that Inflation's Act into law to try to continue to maneuver ways to ease the inflation. And it says government bond yields rise as Fed officials suggest that the central bank could maintain rapid pace of interest rate rise. And it says markets have surged as investors price a soft land for the U.S. economy and the end of peak inflation, but that all could be threatened if the dollar continues to weaken. Hey, Wall Street, Dion Rubin explains the illustration of David Flame. It says the U.S. stocks fell Friday, ending the week lower and snapping a 4-week stretch of gains for the S&P 500. Yeah, just like I mentioned. Oh, it was a 4-week gain. Oh, I thought it was a 4-day gain. Also, it was a 4-week gain. Okay, to clear things up on that matter. It says, I'm going to read it again. The U.S. stocks fell Friday, ending week lower and snapping a 4-week stretch of gains for the S&P 500 as investors second guess how aggressively the Federal Reserve will need to move to tame the inflation. The market endures a stretch of choppy moves as traders reassess their bets on what the Feds might do, as it's September, right? Because they're going to have another meeting in September. It says, for weeks, many investors have been feeling confident that the inflation has possibly peaked, that the central banks would soften magnitudes of its future interest rates and increase, right? Because the Federal Reserve, they're going to continue to increase the interest rates, even if they have even if they have like meetings trying to keep up pace to ease the inflations, even though the inflation's been decreasing throughout the whole month, close to 2 months, mostly one month, the inflation been decreasing, and the gas prices been going up and down, but they've been decreasing as well too. And then, as I mentioned before, Joe Biden signed that Inflation's Act into law, but you're still gonna have, the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq. They're gonna continue to slip as well too. Now it's gonna be times that it's gonna have like there's gonna be moments that the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and Nasdaq might have winning streaks at times, and then you're gonna have at times, a continuous slip, a fall of the Wall Street, because with the Wall Street, it goes off of reactions. The market goes off of reaction, what's going on in the world, especially economically, or for health reasons, or business matter reasons. So if it goes off of reactions, economically, sometimes it goes off of like if a Federal Reserve might have a meeting of certain issues they need to tackle with the economy, with the inflation, or with the gas prices, or anything that's economic related. It's either gonna react of what's going on in the world, financially, health-wise, and business-wise as well too. Now, it can react in two different ways. It can react in a positive stocks and markets gain, or it can decrease in the negative way. So it's a balance in regards to the stocks and bonds and markets and stuff like that. So, but you will kind of expect the Dow Jones and Nasdaq and S&P 500 is going to have an up and down slope, just like the inflations. There's going to be an up and down slope with the gas price. It's going to be an up and down slope because it's going to be a balance to it. But it all depends on what the stocks and market reacts on what situation was going on in the world. For an example, what's going on in China with the health demic stuff, and the war in Ukraine with the oil production, and then with the inflation, and then with the stocks and bonds of the businesses, of these business owners that invest in these stock markets and stuff like that. So you're going to have a continual up and down slope in regards to the stocks and markets, because the market goes back through with the economy as well too. Because even though the economy have like a slow pace of recovery, slow pace of gain, with the jobs market, the unemployment rate, with gas prices, food prices, market business or companies or associations with like Walmart or computer tech companies and stuff like that, or anything that's associated with that. So that goes off of stocks and bonds and the markets and the trading, because you have a lot of people and business owners and CEOs, stuff like that, finance and stocks and bonds and stuff like that. But you're gonna expect to see in these next couple of months a potential of inflation might go back up. Gas prices might go back up as well too, and the cost of living and the cost of everything, consumer prices might continue to go back up as well too. Even though the consumer spending for the whole month of August, this remains the same, from 8.1 to 9.1. So it's kind of steady, remains the same as far as consumer spending, even though consumer spending kind of affect the citizens of the United States. With the food prices continuing going up, the cost of living continue to goes up as well too. What the housing market kind of is in a little limbo right now because it's like an up and down slope. There's times that the housing market might be stable, then at times it's not so good, especially with the economy. The economy might show a little recovery, a good steady pace, or the unemployment rate might slip down from 3.7 or to 3.5. You're gonna see instances like that. So with the stocks market, it really goes off of what the stocks will react to on an economic scale, of a health scale, or a business related scale, if it's negative or it's positive. So it's an up and down slope. But I expect to see the stocks continue to go up and down, up and down. Sometimes you might have winning streaks, and those winning streaks might snap, and then it's gonna up and down like a balance scale. And I expect to see the consumer prices continue to go up, and the cost of living, the cost of everything is going to increase back up as well too. I expect the gas prices going to go back up. The inflation, even though the inflation is easing down for this whole 5th or 6th week so far, but we're going to expect to see the inflation going to rise back up, and the consumer spending goes back up, and the cost of living goes back up, and the consumer spending of high price costs of foods and goods, that's going to continue to go up as well too. So with that, I hope this was edifying as far as the stocks and market as it crashed once again for the second straight time, and the S&P 500 lost its 4-week gain. Now it lost that as the stocks market crashed for the second straight time. So expect to see it goes up and down of a balance scale, and it kind of does with the economy as well too. And with the electronics, technology, business matter, stocks and bonds, from the business owners to the CEOs that put all their money and effort in these stocks and bonds, and regular citizens as well too. So expect to see the stock markets might react to what's going on in the world economically, sometimes politics, and many other categories as well too, as it continues to slip up and down like a balance scale. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say Shabbat Shalom and a ball.